since independence, pardon the exact figures, maybe 5 to 10,000 kilometers of rail track we have added since independence. And the design of the coaches, the design of the stations, for example, the environment around the stations, the consumer facilities, no change is seen. It's not entirely economically feasible for India to maintain a bullet train, to maintain these freight corridors is impossible.
Modi has been talking about railways in all his campaigns. He has been his chai wala image, taking chai to railway tracks and मैं chai coaches में बेचता था. I know it better than Railway Minister Sadanand Gowda. As it is, he was Karnataka Chief Minister, but I don't really see him as somebody who was a development messiah. I really see railways to be driven by PMO in some form or others. Railway perhaps is biggest ministry and one ministry which concerns every single individual in this country. It's lifeline.
I hope that Modi is serious when he says that he wants to transform the basic infrastructure of Indian railways.
Situation is you have lots of trains for your convenience, but that doesn't happen. Even in the USA, as our friend there from Baltimore will say, they have privatized the railways and the lesser trains also. Now, yes, technology can answer this. You can have gigantic trains, long trains, enormous trains, but then our platforms are not sufficient for those long trains. Very few platforms can take those long trains, more than 22 bogies.
If we get someone like a Sridharan in, does that, help him to do that?
In the ideal situation, Sridharan can be given a project, but he can't be given administration management. And after an accident happens, 2 hours, 3 hours is the time it takes for a relief train to reach the spot. And then they have hours and hours using hands. They don't have equipment. Yeah. So I would suggest, instead of going for glorious things, trying to become Japan or become Singapore in the next 5 years, become a better India, start targeting it, remove the inefficiencies, economize. Then funds will come and people may readily pay more.
It is only train which runs on time in India at the moment. But then catering services and other facilities in Rajdhani had gone down. Somebody who travelled Rajdhani recently and is a frequent traveller, he called up and said कि Rajdhani में खाना बड़ा अच्छा मिला. Yesterday he was travelling from Delhi to Patna and suddenly said कि खाना बड़ा अच्छा मिला. ये मोदी का effect है. People actually don't realize that delivery cannot be made overnight. But once they see that government is sincere and is working in that direction diligently, then they are able to accept that particular thing even if it takes a longer time span.
Expertise of railways is very high. Those who work very hard. Those who perform outperform others. But those who don't perform at all. When did the last railway minister travel by train? I never, they don't take the train. Senior officers are supposed to take the train.
In worst of conditions, railway is the best and most reliable kind of carriage in India.
The kind of person that Narendra Modi is, he will be able to drive and inculcate that, feeling amongst the people that this is the kind of work that needs to be done. But apart from that, of course, there is an urgent need that he has to prove in one of the projects in the short term to be able to give that confidence to the people that the railways can finally get out of this financial mess.